Well, Gaffer, we've had a midweek off. We obviously rearranged the Welling fixture, played that earlier in the season, so we had a nice full week of relaxation, but I'm sure we've been working hard. How's the training been this week?
Yeah, it's been a good week. It's been nice to get a good balance between rest and work. It's been a long time since we had a week like this, so really enjoyed it. Some good work on the training ground, some good recovery for those that need it. Nice to get out and watch some football this week, which is a rarity. So managed to get to Aveley's game on Monday, which was good for preparation, and we're ready for action tomorrow.
We saw midweek, obviously, pretty much every other team played, and a lot of the teams who are up the top with us performed quite well. Are you enjoying this pressure that's being kept on us by the other teams up there with us?
Yeah, I don't look at it as pressure. I think I'm glad Tuesday's out of the way because everyone knows where they stand now. So now everybody's in a position now where they have to win. But I think for us as a football club, we went through pressure last season. That was pressure. That was I think for me coming in as a new manager, for Simon and Alan coming in as new owners, new CEO. If the project in the first year is not successful, it makes it a tough project to get going. So that was pressure last season. This isn't pressure. This is fun. This is we're enjoying, embracing every opportunity and every challenge is a good it's a good feeling going into games, and you do what you've got to do, and then you get the feedback from the rest of the league, and it's exciting. We've got 8 games, maybe a few more if it goes to the playoffs, but we're ready, boys. We're in a great place where we're hitting our flow at the minute. What we have to do is not get complacent, and whether it's an individual or as a team, we have to keep our standards high because every game in this league is so tough, and tomorrow's going to be another one of them.
You mentioned then the pressure at the end of last season, and at this time last season, we hit that amazing run where we just shifted into another gear. There was that unity, that cohesion. What was the key to achieving that, and how can we hit that same run again for the last 8 games of this season?
I think focus. I think we've been on that run. What happens in football is when you're successful, people get carried away, and that's human beings. That can happen. But I think we've lost 2 games in 21 or something. So we've been on that run. It's just that because last season you were used to losing, when you win it becomes a thing. Because we're used to winning, it's not a thing. It's the norm. But we're on that run. And what we need to do is we need to continue to, like you say, push gears, shift through the motions now to try and hit that full potential of this group. When I watch them on Saturday, I think, wow, when you play like that, there's not much that can stop you. But for us, that's the challenge of being consistently like that. I think if we were consistent like that through that little block of games we had in the middle of the season where we picked up draws, I honestly believe we'd be top at the minute. But it is what it is, and we're in a great place. We're ready to push, and that's going to be the mindset for the next 8 games.
Aveley away next. We know they're down the bottom, but we also know they're a brilliant side with a brilliant manager. I wanted to ask what kind of game you were going to expect tomorrow.
Oh, a very very tough one. I think they were so good last season in so many ways. They lost some big players over the summer, which has had an effect on them. But watching them Monday and watching the games we've watched, they're still a very organised, well drilled. You can tell they're well coached. They have a game plan, which is for me as a coach, it's always nice to see. I love watching other managers, and you can't go out every time and try and beat everyone 5-0. At the same time, you can't always sit on the edge of your box and play for a draw. You have to have a game plan for every game, and Aveley have that, and I respect that. So one thing we do know is that we're going to be in for a challenge. We're going to be in for a game where we can't allow any margin for error. These are the games that we have to go in with a 100% ruthless mindset to get the job done, and that's what it's about now. It's about getting the job done, whatever it looks like. It looks like in a perfect world we have a way we want the game to look, but if it doesn't go that way, we have to have. And I think what we've been good at this season is pulling different tools out of our toolbox when needed, and that's most definitely going to be the case tomorrow.
Just finally, we've got a sold-out supporters coach making their way to Aveley tomorrow. Is there a message you want to give to him ahead of the game?
Yeah, let's go. I think let's go. I think I enjoyed last week in terms of there's some real honesty around the place, which I always enjoy. But it's like I always say, that the group of players, the staff, we can't do it on our own. So we've all got jobs. The players' jobs to perform, my job's to prepare them, and the supporters' job is to support. So we all need to hit our maximum over these next 8 games, and if we do that as a group of people, we're going to be successful.